is the chocolate, also known as the BBC, the big brown chalk. It's a lot of people.
BBC.
Yes, the BBC.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah, take your time. Let it really sit in your mouth. The BBC.
Oh, this one's a bit more frozen than the other one.
Yeah, you gotta wait for it to melt a bit, but just let it slowly soften up.
Anyways, welcome to our podcast.
Yeah.
We usually don't like to do those formal intros and shit,
Yeah.
but you're Rich, right? Richard?
Hopefully, I'll be rich.
Yeah. So Grande Ice Cream, Richard, you've been doing it for a year. Tell me, what's happening with you guys?
Yeah, so we just recently launched in New World.
Yep.
And we're about to hit 20 stores very soon.
Nice.
And then, hopefully from that, we can just keep growing.
Yep.
And then, be able to scale nationally. And the long-term future for that is be able to take it internationally, across the ditch, maybe to Australia or beyond.
Sick.
So just slowly chipping away at it. It's a brand new industry, so I'm learning as I go, making a lot of mistakes. But I guess those are life lessons, right? So, it's just really grateful to be in the position I am today.
Can we talk a little bit more about your marketing as well? Like, I have seen some of your marketing material, especially on social media. Pretty unhinged. I love it. What's the overall strategy behind it? Like, who are you trying to get to? Like, who's your target audience and stuff like that?
Yeah, I think originally the concept was targeting towards sinks and dinks. So it was, basically it stands for, single income, no kids, or dual income, no kids. We're thinking of premium ice cream because it's got the added protein punch. But then we realized, for ice cream, it's almost for everyone. Like who doesn't like ice cream, right? Particularly in New Zealand, it's part of our Kiwi identity, ice cream. Growing up, it's always been part of sort of who we are. I think New Zealand is the highest consumers of ice cream per capita.
Really?
As well. Yeah. 25 liters a year per person. And we set out just for sinks and dinks, but then we realized kids, the elderly, everyone of all backgrounds love it. Particularly with the protein punch, who doesn't like protein, right? Like everyone needs it. And it's really cool because the whole protein train is sort of in, it's not just in health fitness, it's mainstream now. Everyone now has a gym membership.
Yeah.
It's quite mainstream. People are becoming more science literate. People are paying more attention to their health, especially post-COVID. So it's been in terms of timing, I think it's a great, it's been pretty good for us to launch something that's a protein-infused dessert. Yeah.
That's awesome. And some of the gyms I've seen you in, I think I saw you saw Grande Ice Cream at CKB boxing as well. I saw a couple of those fighters rep Grande. How did you guys get into that?
Yeah, we're really fortunate. So how it is some of the boys was already training at City.
Yeah.
We knew Eugene, who's one of the head coaches there, and he's always been pretty nice and really gracious to us. So I just approached him the idea of can we just bring some free ice cream for the boys post sparring on a Saturday morning and just capture some live reactions for Grande, and it went super well. A lot of the boys really gave us a lot of positive feedback that we were able to capture on film and really spread out to socials. And that's sort of what happened. Is just lucky to have the okay by the head coach that we can do that.
And just back to your videos and stuff, because I see a lot of videos pop up on my Instagram, a lot of the reels. Are you the one that's filming all that, or like who plans it all? Is it kind of just all freestyled?
It's basically half of it's freestyled. It's just like you said, it's very unhinged. Essentially, it's on a lot of high school humor. We essentially never grew up, me and Shavi, and part of it was also when we launched this brand, Grande, we didn't want to sort of be safe. We wanted to really, I guess, stand out. And we wanted to sort of, I don't know, could you say be edgy, but more, I guess, just being a bit more on the comedic side and more on the serious side. I've always been a big fan of growing up watching South Park, Daily Show, a lot of irony, roasting, self-roasts.
Yeah.
Even growing up in high school, roasting my friends, that type of I guess group chat humor that a lot of people are too scared to sort of touch. And we thought, okay, well, at the end of the day, I'm the CEO / all these different roles. I guess it's up to me to decide. So we wanted to at least push the envelope on the humor.
Yeah.
And a lot of sexual innuendos, a lot of certain tones that people might be uncomfortable with. We love to sort of just put in people's faces. and just have a good laugh at it.
I take it you're not really, you're not really scared about the whole cancel culture.
Oh, I think to get cancelled, you almost have to be first established. Like, I think it's almost like a compliment if someone cares enough about you to cancel you. But also, I think at the core is intent. So for us, it's always about getting a laugh.
Right.
It's never malicious. In fact, for us, it's always about humor. Like, life is too serious. So, at the end of the day, it's ice cream, and we want to provide a bit of happiness for everyone. And if that's through the lens of just, making fun of a certain subculture in a very, I guess, light-hearted tone, I think it's great, And I think we need more of that. Sometimes people are just too scared or too PC about it. We'd always love to make fun of ourselves. And I think as long as we keep that same tone, I think people are more than welcome to have that. Yeah.
That's awesome. So being a startup, I guess one of the beauties of being a startup, that you don't have to, I guess you can be pretty unhinged with the things that you do. But I guess on the flip side of that, what are some of the challenges you face being a startup business here in New Zealand?
Yeah, I think one of the challenges I think is also being a startup in an industry that I have no idea what's going on.
Right.
So be able to upskill your knowledge in the FMCG market, being able to look at what's been done already, what hasn't been done, what's worked, what hasn't worked from previous products. That's also been really challenging. Getting the terminology correct, knowing what you need to get this on shelves, like the back end. One of the challenges is definitely logistics. Dealing with supply chain issues as well, and never doing that before in my life. Micromanaging everything because it's all on you, because you're a startup, so you wear all the hats. You're the CEO, but you're also the receptionist. You do the emails, you're in marketing too. And just taking self-responsibility for that as well, because no one's going to do it for you. The challenge also of speaking to buyers, facing rejection, being able to overcome those obstacles, and I guess not taking no for an answer.
Yeah.
And because you have to really believe that this is the best thing ever. This is it. This is the best thing, that people need. And be able to convey that to people and convincing them that to take a chance on you, and having that patience and controlling a lot of your emotions at times,
Yeah.
There's a few times where deliveries get messed up. That's not your fault. But at the end of the day, you got to cop the responsibility that it hasn't been delivered. And it's just, I guess practicing, what is it they call it? Stoicism.
Yep.
It is what it is. So that's also been a big challenge, is just, reframing my way of looking at things. Yeah.
There's a lot I want to talk about, but I just want to go back to the actual ice cream itself as well. Did you come up with the formula itself, like the ingredients and stuff? Or like, how did you come up with the flavors, like what goes in it and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, so we basically started off just at our in-house laboratory, aka our garage, with a small little ice cream machine that we ordered from Amazon. And the original idea was basically, adding whey protein powder to vanilla ice cream. Vanilla whey protein, vanilla ice cream combined together. But obviously, it tasted very grainy, very, very harsh. The flavor wasn't there. And it was just like a massive trial and error of what we can do. Eventually, we got to a point where I think we were able to do it in-house, but we couldn't scale it commercially. And we didn't have the special ingredients that we needed, as well as the methodology behind mixing ice cream. And that's when we started hiring different experts, different food scientists, to give us a bit more advice. So just talking to different people, they making their own samples, and we just constantly just eating different variations of chocolate and vanilla. And then eventually we got to a recipe that we thought that had the perfect balance of flavor, protein content, sugars, and we're like, yep, this is it. Yeah. So just constantly just chipping away at it.
Yeah, it tastes really good, man. Actually, I'm gonna get you to keep talking because I want to just eat some more ice cream.
Yeah, I feel like you like the vanilla more than the chocolate.
I do like this vanilla one. It's
you like the bean on your tongue.
I would eat it even if there was no protein in this. Like, I'd just eat it just because it's good.
Yeah, for us, we set out to make something that was more taste-driven. Protein was the secondary component of it. What we found was a lot of products, that were really protein driven or macronutrient driven, the taste was the sacrifice.
Yeah.
And human nature, no matter how good for you something is, if it doesn't taste good, you're not going to get that repeat buyer.
That's so true.
So we want something that you actually enjoy, regardless if it has protein or not. We almost want to just be like a normal ice cream. And we definitely got more ice cream flavors coming out very soon as well.
Oh yeah, what do you guys got coming out?
Salted caramel. Salted
Nice.
caramel. That's been a big one. People have been upvoting us on the website. So we want to give the people what they want. We want to give them the cream. So we've been developing it back in the back door, and we've come up with something really nice. So we'll really launch very soon.
Do you guys have an unhinged name for it as well?
Oh, something sticky icky. I don't know. It's got like
Sticky
I don't
icky.
know, something caramel sticky icky. something that we can. Well, we'll find a way to do it. We'll find a way to relate it to something sexual.
Hey, I saw some Instagram ads pop up on my feed. You guys are promoting that you're stocked in New World.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing that for?
We started promoting it about a month ago. We found that with Meta ads, it's actually quite cheap, really affordable, and give you the freedom to design your sort of own ads yourself. So we found it pretty effective, and just been a really great way to not just with brand awareness, but be able to reach into the general public in Auckland. Those ads are much safer.
Yeah, just don't get banned with the BBC stuff,
I mean, if you check us out on Simon Street or Wairau, there's big billboards of us displaying the BBC ice cream and the vanilla bean as well. So if you walk around, there's a big one on Simon Street. Yeah, we're very
I
proud
will
of
check
it.
it out.
Very
Hey,
proud of that.
can I ask you a little bit more about the mascot, the monster?
Yes,
What's its name?
the Grande the Yeti.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a mythical creature. It doesn't have race, gender. It can't be cancelled. Anything he does, we have no responsibility. It's his own person. He's very unhinged. So take your complaints to him or her. Sorry, to it.
To it.
Yeah.
To he, she, they.
Yeah, exactly. The pronouns. The mythical creature pronouns. It's really cool to have this mascot. If you check out our Instagram or our website, we take it to all the events.
Yeah.
And we found that from a marketing perspective, no one cares about me, but they all care about this fluffy 6-foot furry Yeti. And that's sort of our whole idea behind it, is that it gives you more access. It's more welcoming. People like that more. They don't care about the person. They like the animal. Yeah. And that's a great marketing tool for us.
Yeah, it's actually really cool because that's the one thing that really stuck with me in terms of like visuals and stuff like that. Every time I think of your ice cream, it's always the yellow Yeti, the huge Yeti guy running around doing wild shit.
Yeah. I mean, I could hump something and it just looks weird. But if the furry Yeti starts humping something, it's fun. It's the difference between something that's cute versus creepy. It's the same concept. For us, it's always about, for us, eventually we want to, slowly, gradually be in the background and just really push and feature the mascot, because that's this person here, on our cover. That's the star of the show. I'm a founder, but I don't really care.
Yeah.
No one cares about me. Yeah.
Hey, so you did mention to me earlier that you did raise some capital, right, in Australia, and you got some partners on board.
So we have a team in Australia.
Yeah.
That are very thirsty and hungry for our cream to bring it across the ditch. So they're one of our partners. So they've helped us with capital fundraising, but they're key, not just key investors, but they have key networks in Australia that we would really like to tap into eventually once we get the green light to go to Australia and beyond.
And where does your ambition, of being an entrepreneur come from? Like, why did you decide all of a sudden, hey, look, I'm going to start selling ice cream for a living and start a business out of it? Yeah,
definitely. Like, my parents also have their own businesses and business. They've always been a great inspiration, Asian, hard work, education, I've grown up seeing them, grinding, as you'd say. So I don't want to call myself an entrepreneur. It sounds so corny these days, the word. I mean, literally, I just sell people ice cream, man. Like, it ain't that deep. But yeah, I think for me, it's always just been fun talking to people. So sales has always been a big part of me, because I always love talking to people, especially on things that I'm really passionate about. So being a personal trainer for over a decade, I loved talking about fitness and nutrition, and indirectly that led to sales, right?
Right.
Of my services. And yeah, I guess that's sort of me. Is I just love sales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Love
on that
people.
sales topic, when you reach out to these buyers and stuff like that, or these supermarkets, like how are you doing that? Are you cold calling them? Are you emailing them? Like, what's the approach there?
Yeah. So my biggest business advice, unsolicited, is don't ask for consent. Don't take no for an answer. Force yourself on them. No diddy.
Jesus.
So I'll give you an example. There was like a person for like, months and weeks that didn't answer our calls, didn't reply to our emails. And eventually the only way we got into that store or that buyer is I just rocked up to their place every single day asking where they
You
are.
physically showed up?
I don't care. I don't care. I like rocked up to where they're working and I just bought ice cream. And I was like, hey, listen, my name's Richard. Take some ice cream. Try it. How do you like it? And just like literally interrupting his work. There's a guy that was literally stocking shelves. He was a buyer. And I literally just like stopped what he was doing. And I was like, you just have to try this right now.
What did he say?
Eventually, yeah, he tried it. He liked it. I just gave him this like 30-second spiel, like just rapping all these key points. I look like insane, right? I bought the mascot head. I was like, just believe me. And then he was like, he got it. And then, yeah, he ordered a few cartons. And then because the sales just took off, eventually he sort of just came on as a great long-term buyer and the relationship was good from there. So there's a few buyers this week that I had to show up at their doorstep unannounced without consent because that's the way to do it. We realized that calling, trying to schedule meetings, doing proper business emails, they don't get back to you. Especially if you're a supplier, they get like 30 plus emails a day in their inbox with people wanting to get into these shelves.
Right.
As a buyer, they're not going to pay attention to you.
Yeah.
And that's what I realized is that you just got to be old school, door knock, show up at the doorstep. Yeah.
So, Grande Ice Cream, any advice for people looking to start their own business and maybe not sell ice cream, but do something similar to what you're doing?
Yep. So giving you, once again, my unsolicited, unqualified advice, you have to really believe the product and you got to really want it. Like as in, if this was sold to you yourself, you'd like it. You got to have that passion because people aren't going to believe in you unless you believe in yourself. I know it sounds really corny. And then the second one is capital. So what you think it's going to cost, double it or triple it.
Interesting.
So whatever you think on paper, how much this money is going to cost to do production, marketing, packaging, let's say it costs 30 grand just to first get it out there. It might cost 90 grand.
Shit.
Yeah. What I've realized is I've heavily underestimated the cost of a lot of things.
Right.
And that was one of the biggest challenges was realizing that to get something to market, the roadmap, it's not a smooth sailing route. So definitely you got to have some money in the bank to prepare for those, obstacles. It's not always, those costs aren't going to be really straightforward on paper. There's a lot of hidden costs.
Yeah, I hear that. I also hear a lot of startups, they fail because of cash flow, right? Like that's one of the top reasons why startups fail.
Yeah.
How have you managed cash flow with Grande?
Drug dealing, prostitution ring, fentanyl.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm kidding. I'm half kidding.
Half kidding.
No, I'm
no
kidding,
fentanyl,
I'm kidding.
everything else. Yeah. Don't do fentanyl, kids.
No. So one thing is obviously, for me, it's a lot of the times is luck.
Yeah.
So for example, getting the capital fundraising from the Australian team helped immensely. Obviously, they call it bootstrapping. So just having your own savings. Don't quit your day job, obviously. Just chip away at it, still have that cash flow for your own income. And then, like if you're as fortunate as me, have friends and family that also back you. And that's sort of the only thing I think I can recommend is that network. Just it's annoying, but I was very lucky.
Yeah.
I was very lucky. But also I've worked, for all this whole time, so I had a lot of savings. and I had consistent income. Yeah, so definitely have a job first.
Yeah, that's very honest that you say that, because you hear a lot of people like successful business guys are like, follow your passion, like go all in and all that stuff. Whereas you say like, don't quit your job, make sure you have savings, have people support you.
Yeah, definitely. Don't. Yeah, it's not. Don't do it, please. Yeah, stay safe. Yeah, maybe you work 5 days a week, and then Saturday, Sunday, you're working on this side hustle that eventually turns into something. But even now, we're doing 7 days a week. No one's. You can't just quit your job straight away. You gotta have that cash flow.
Yeah, interesting. And what's the end goal for you with Grande? Like, where do you see yourself in 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20 years time?
Haven't really thought that far,
Yeah.
15, 10 years, but I like Grande to be somewhere that's mainstream in New Zealand and Australia at least, so people know us. I like to see ourselves, as right next to Duck Island, Ben and Jerry's or Tip Top. And just be known as like the fun brand. And I hope more people just jump on our bandwagon and just get out there and support us. We really appreciate the support so far. We're just a local startup company from New Zealand, and hopefully in 10 years, it's something that's mainstream. Yeah, and we can do more with the brand.
That's awesome, man. Thanks for coming in for the chat today. Do you have any final words or anything you want to say before we wrap this up?
Let's see, something racist. No. No.
Yeah.
No, something racist. No. Well, thank you for having me today on the pod.
All good, bro.
I don't think I'm qualified to be on this pod.
Neither am I.
But it's always good to tell people, hey, I'm on a pod. But I'd say, anyone that has an idea, go for it. I can't even say it's been a hard road, honestly. Like it's hard, yes, but it's been fun. So if you really have some burning desire to really push something that you really want to do, I'd just give it a go.
Yeah.
The worst thing is you go back to your old job, right? That's the worst thing that can happen, right? So have a go, and I think New Zealand's a great place to start it. I think despite our small country, I think people have a great opportunity here. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Thank you.
No worries.
All right.